द्यूतं छलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहं जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्वं सत्त्ववतामहम्. I am also the gambling of the cheats. I am among the splendid. I am the splendor. I am the victory. I am adventure. I am the strength of the strong. So basically, first thing is that Krishna is unsurpassable in any features. Therefore, he is Krishna. Krishna means Akashati iti Krishna. He attracts. But at the same time, Krishna is very, intelligent. He understands whether the person wants me or not wants me. It is very interesting in Krishna sitting in the heart of every living entity is observing everything. And he gives intelligence. Some people want the intelligence to achieve something material. Krishna gives you the intelligence how to make it happen. Do this, do this, do this, you get this thing. Some people want an intelligence how to develop some kind of to be famous in this world as a great knowledgeable man. Krishna gives him also the intelligence. And some people want the intelligence, my Lord Krishna, how do I become a pure devotee? Krishna gives him also the intelligence. So basically what is happening is that Krishna is the director of the intelligence. Proper say, the faith is something very sublime. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I give the faith to people. You cannot artificially apply. Krishna gives the faith. Particularly on himself. You cannot capture this knowledge. If you think you can capture knowledge about Krishna, you can capture knowledge about great acharyas. All we need to do is to become very sincere in this effort to please Krishna. Sometimes we forget this in the whole. And general people in the society, they hear so many things from unauthorized sources which are not properly trained. Mostly in this belt, I think, something they hear from Yakshagana. Many times it may be correct, it may be wrong. Sometimes they hear from TV, it may be correct, it may be wrong. Something you hear from newspaper. And then they have a tornado moving in their head. They just cannot reconcile here and there. They keep reconciling and they still do worse things on that. They don't understand. If I have to learn anything, I have to go to a teacher and learn from basics. If you really want to know things, you have to go to the basics and learn very systematically. But people feel no. Many people, I say, they help us in some way when we have something. Say, if you come to a place, I can sit and teach you something about Bhagavad Gita. No, I figured out Bhagavad Gita. You say, I want to teach engineering. No, I figured out engineering. That means the genius. But then his behavior, his understanding, his convictions doesn't show that. It is not so easy to figure out Bhagavad Gita. Correct? Many acharyas have given their wonderful realizations. Why don't sit and understand how to understand Bhagavad Gita? So this is the mistake here. So if you want to take it cheaply, Krishna will cheat you like this. Like these people have been cheated. Nobody is innocent in the society. See, mostly what people understand about Krishna consciousness or spiritual life is they have been cheated. Correct? So Krishna is the cheater among the cheats. You want to cheat Krishna. You want Krishna very cheaply without giving time to understand him. Therefore Krishna says, 4 kind of people cannot understand me. Why? He cheats them. What are the 4 kind of people? If you are one of those categories and if you are trying to understand Krishna, Krishna will cheat you. And you will get, everybody is, it's not that after being cheated by Krishna, he feels, no, he is feeling I'm very special. Just like we hear about some nowadays youngsters, even girls, they sleep in the morning 3 o'clock, bunk all the classes, go at 10 o'clock. Take it now. So this is the condition. But you go to the person, what to do? Can you help me please? My life is a mess. No, I am very prestigious. You tell him, what are you living a life like an animal? No. The person will become very upset. You go and tell him, what is this life? He is not at all able to understand. He needs help. Just like I have been developing last few days, an addict lives in denial. This is a very nice statement. An addict will not agree he is addicted to vices. He will never agree. He lives in denial. No, I'm just having some fun. I am not addicted to that. You cannot correct that person. But if he is a gentleman, if he has been trained in some culture, he will immediately seek help. It's not that Devatas don't make mistakes. Even Devatas make mistakes sometimes. But they immediately run to Indra, or then they go to the Brahma, or if Brahma cannot solve, they go to Vishnu to seek help. What should he do now? So then everything is very fine. So what are the 4 kind of people who Krishna cheats? Muda. You understand Bhagavad Gita? I understand Bhagavad Gita. Cheated. He has no time. He is working 18 hours a day. Tell him, sit down 1 hour. At least 1 hour every day, sit down. Read word by word. Take any book of Prabhupada. Take it? 1 hour every day, read. He doesn't have time. What do you call him? Muda. Fool. Krishna will cheat him nicely. Then what is the next category? He'll never understand Krishna. What is the next category? Naradama. He is doing sinful activities. Yes, Krishna will cheat. Again, he will be cheated. He will never understand Krishna. Then next. You see, sometimes some people, they're so irrational, so unreasonable, so angry because they are involved in sinful activities. You see, I remember once somewhere I was traveling and one drunk policeman was after some people, he was harassing them for money. Drunk, I could see stinking. I could see he's involved in sinful activity. He's an animal now. Once you get into vices, you're not a human being, you're an animal. Therefore, the moment somebody starts drinking, smoking, illicit sex, he ceases to be human being. He's another one animal dangerous than normal animals. He becomes to a very strange category now because he loses his sanity. He becomes insane. So he cannot understand Krishna. He will speak some nonsense about Krishna. So number 1 person cannot understand, who is? Who's Muda, who has no time. Many people, when you meet them, you say, I want to know something about spiritual life. I have so many big opinions that speak about spiritual life. That's fine. Say, can you read Bhagavad Gita? From basics, who are we, to questions of Arjuna, everything is answered in this book. So I have no time. Then I'm sorry. This much big book, huh? Many people say, this much big book. You look at their engineering or whatever the children study they do, this many books they are ready to read. For studying a dead matter, any medicine or engineering, medicine the books are still bigger. They are ready to read hundreds of books. And one book in whole life, they are not ready to read. They have no time for it. So what they will understand? Then they should shut up. They should not speak. Then hear. This I have figured out. What you have figured out? Have you read Bhagavad Gita even once? No. Then why you are speaking? There was a very nice statement. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, how do we sell Bhagavad Gita? So Prabhupada said, do you ask them? A simple question. Sir, you want to remain Muda? No, I don't want to remain Muda. Read Bhagavad Gita. You want to remain a fool. Because unless somebody reads Bhagavad Gita, he'll continue to remain a fool. Okay. But otherwise he has no time. Therefore is Muda, then Naradama, involved in sinful activity. Then Maya Pradagyana. So proud. I know everything. Maya aprita jnana. These so-called degrees actually intoxicate us. And then he is also cheated. He cannot understand Krishna. And then Asarim Bhavamashita, directly envious of the Lord, or like an asura, jealous. You do Sankirtana. Why you are doing Kirtana? You are disturbing me. Somebody was telling they were in train going here and there doing Kirtan. Some people say, why you are disturbing us? My God, Asura. He can't hear Krishna's Kirtan. So these four kind of people are cheated by Krishna. Krishna said, therefore, these four kind of people cannot understand me. Why? Krishna, I am going to cheat them nicely. Whatever conviction you have, it is not your choice. Your intelligence director is Krishna. You should understand this actually. This body is not me. I am a soul. I am only observer in this body. But dealing with the matter and dealing things around, I need intelligence. This intelligence, Krishna is the director of this intelligence. Therefore, Krishna says, I give the faith. When Krishna says, as how is it that people worship? Some people worship Devatas, some people worship ghosts, some people worship any powerful man in this world. Arjuna asks this question, Krishna, how is it like that? Krishna says, don't worry. I give them the faith. So I give them the intelligence. Go here. This person will help you. So Krishna in second canto in Bhagavatam also says, you want to become very rich and famous, you go to Kuvera. You want to become handsome, go to this Devata. You want to, different things, material facilities, go here, go there, go here, go there. But then he says, if you are intelligent, akama sarvo kamo va moksha kama udare dihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusam param. Akama, you have no desire. Akama, sarva kama, you have all the desires. Moksha kama, you are desiring liberation from this world. Whatever condition you are in. You have no desires means you just want to serve the Lord. Akama, you have no material desires. Sarva kama, you are full of millions of desires. General person is like that. And moksha kama, you want salvation from this world. You have one of the 3%. Does not matter. What you should do? Tivrena, with full enthusiasm, worship Krishna. That is most intelligent. Okay? Then Krishna will not cheat you. You may have some material desires, but once you go to Krishna in full faith, based on the acharyas, Krishna will not cheat you. Krishna doesn't cheat anybody. But if you want to cheat him, then Krishna will cheat you so well. Like so many people we see, total nonsense conception. An ordinary man, they make him like God and they keep worshipping him. And it's going on in India now. Kali is the age of man-made gods. No reference in the Shastra, not accepted by any Acharya, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, all reject that. Still they blindly worship. And if you say that, they will go to court and take an injection against you. That manhani kar diya, he has hurt us, like that. This is the age of nonsense in Kali Yuga. In science, if you say 2 plus 2 is 8, I can challenge you and I say you are wrong. Correct? He is misleading people. But here, any crazy fellow becomes God and people are following him. I am not allowed to say this is wrong. As if there is no Vedic science. As if there is no spiritual science. Anything and everything is fine. It has become such hallucination. Correct? No? You cannot speak the truth. So this is okay. They are being cheated by. We try to say people are innocent. But Kali Yuga is very dangerous age. The crazy people are large in number. So they make they say, such a bole mara latha. Tell the truth, people will come with a stick to beat you. That is Kali Yuga. Okay? So the gambler is a cheat among the cheats. And then what are the other things Krishna is saying? What are the other things in the shloka? Strength. No, can anybody measure to Krishna's strength? Nobody can measure to Krishna's strength. It's unimaginably. Then what are the next things? Splendor. Okay. Yes, then next. Adventure. Victory, I am the adventure. Okay? Krishna is always victorious. Therefore, people sometimes get lost into this cricket match. Is India winning? Which country has come here? I don't know. See? England has come. So always it is good. Prabhupada gave an example. We should always not identify one set of rascal, why it is better than another set of rascal. Where do we identify? There was an example, that one Indian was there in the space. Her name was Sunita Williams. She became very famous. I think she spent the maximum time as an Indian, or as one of the longest time on the spaceship, or on the, what do you call that? There's some stationary thing they have above the earth. Spaceship, space station. Take care. So she said, it looks so surprising. I really wonder, from the above I see, I don't even see political boundaries. This we are made, but it's not there on the ground. You cannot see from here, from our boundaries, which we all created. And I feel why they are fighting also. We can't understand. Because all looks one. Take care. It's we who create political boundaries, and we fight unnecessarily. And we waste our time. So, but look at now how Krishna will be looking. Even Earth is so small. Now you're looking, just focusing on Earth. There are billions of planets, billions of galaxies, billions and trillions of living entities. And how Krishna is looking at the whole thing. Correct? We think we are so special, we are so big. For Krishna, you are so small that you cannot be even counted. So insignificant we are. And here in this world, we make it so special. That we identify with the particular group. So much we identify with a particular group. You keep thinking you're India, India, India. I keep thinking of England, England. Next life you'll become English. And then you think, just like in India, they keep thinking against Pakistan. Next life you'll become Pakistani because you died thinking of Pakistan. And Pakistani man keeps thinking of India, he'll become an Indian. And next life they'll hate either I'm Indian, I'm Pakistani. Just imagine, it will change so much. Therefore, we should not get lost into this national consciousness, because from Krishna's category, Krishna is seeing demons both the places. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkata. As if demons are not there in India. Is there any shortage? Every street we can find so many, but Prabhupada used to say rascals, third degraded people, third-rate people, everywhere. So that is not our consideration. Our consideration is Krishna's message. You see, when Srila Prabhupada met his Guru Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, at that time Prabhupada was leaning towards Gandhiism as an example. The great Acharya, their activity cannot be understood easily. He was wearing Gandhian dress. And Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said, young person like you should spread the message all around the world. So Prabhupada said, wait a minute, how can I do it? We are not independent today. So Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said, no, it cannot wait. Krishna consciousness cannot wait for all these political, situations. It is so urgent. It has to be immediately spread. So how much you can see Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada beyond all this political consideration. Okay? And what have we benefited actually? Most of us people question, have we benefited at all after becoming independent? I don't know any way we have benefited. The same amount was being looted, still people are looting. I think nothing changed. Britishers were also looting and taking money away. Now also people are looting and taking money away. We don't know where it goes. Before the Britishers came to India in 17th century, India was the richest country in the world. 24% of the world's GDP, recently I read, 24% of the world GDP was India. Just like America today. The richest country in the world. And today the condition is, so deplorable. Some farmers don't have anything, they commit suicide. The country doesn't have money to bail them out. Small farmer goes to field, some rain, crop fails. He has nowhere to look, nobody to help. So-called government can't help him, and he is helpless and commits suicide in that condition. This is the situation comes. So poor the country has become. So these things will go on actually. Okay? So our consideration should be that not so much to identify nationally. These things will keep changing. But we should think that opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness is always there. And I don't have to be so much focused on bodily consciousness, natural consciousness. I have to be focused on Krishna consciousness. Correct? Most of the people are bodily conscious. Some people are family conscious. Some people are society conscious, nation conscious, humanity conscious. And what our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given? Krishna consciousness. The society is for Krishna consciousness, not for any other thing. So we see that we don't waste our time over the silly things. Our focus is to develop Krishna consciousness, and this is a gift from Krishna. Krishna consciousness is not artificially imposed. Even you cannot artificially impose. There is a famous statement of Prahlad Maharaj asked that how you became Krishna conscious. He said, no, my dear father, that is, leave aside. You cannot become Krishna conscious. Why? Matirina Krishna. You cannot become Krishna Mati. You cannot become Krishna conscious by others' effort, your effort, others, or combined effort. You cannot become Krishna conscious. Matirina Krishna, Paroto Satova Mitho. Paroto means others, Sato means yours, Mitho means combined effort. Mitho Vipadyat Graha Vartana. You cannot become Krishna consciousness because you are determined to become happy by society, friendship, and love. That will block you. Krishna will cheat you then. If you think these things will make you Krishna conscious, and you will be cheated by Krishna. Correct? So if you want to become Krishna conscious, you have to be away from this silly consciousness. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. You have to be free from all this kind of upadhis. If you are stuck to these upadhis, I am an ITK student, I am this, I am that, you cannot become Krishna conscious. You have to throw away all these upadhis and pure condition. I am a servant of Krishna. Then you can feel the pleasure of Krishna consciousness. Correct? These all kind of upadhis will block your pleasure of Krishna consciousness. Everything throw. Prabhupada says very simply, Krishna consciousness is very simple. We all have a tendency to love. Just like we see this picture. Krishna is so much lovingly talking to the parrot. Can you imagine the intensity of that love? You feel that you'll faint actually. The parrots, when they feel Krishna's loving eyes, actually, that's pure love. Can't imagine the force of that love. So what is our problem is that these parrots are focused on Krishna and they're exchanging love. This is Krishna consciousness, that's all it is. But we have so much other attachment. Some love is there, some love is there, some love is there. Then what is your Krishna consciousness? You're making a show. Krishna consciousness means we have one object of love. What is that? Krishna. And you love him with all our hearts. And like these parrots, you can also be very happy, fully absorbed. Fully absorbed. Just like I take an example, no? In Vrindavan, Krishna went away. They had everything at home. They had their children, they had their husband, they had everything. They died practically. They died. It is said they were just breathing. They were dead. True, externally looked like unimaginably painful, but internally they were on samadhi on Krishna. They were just on samadhi. They were whole gopis were the highest devotees. They were continuously imitating pastimes of Krishna to somehow keep themselves alive. Just the total samadhi on Krishna. So that is what we have to come to. Prabhupada says the role of the Guru is to bring us to the platform of feeling separation from Krishna. Prabhupada says in the Krishna book, the goal of the Guru is to bring you to that platform. What is the platform? Feeling intense separation from Krishna. That is where you have to go. Okay, so that should be your target, to sincerely practice Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, Krishna is the cheater of the cheats. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki.